All right, Shalom Akim. All praises goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Ba'Shem Rakak Kodash. Stillborn. This goes into my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me the truth. Much love, peace, blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are striving for the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, as well as the sincere listeners out there. But I want to do this quick walk and talk lesson, like of a thought that came to me through the Spirit. I was inspired from a brother's video I was watching, but it's the fact that of how America is about to become a slaughterhouse, a slaughterhouse in mass, just like how animals go into a slaughterhouse to never return. That's how America is going to be to all the inhabitants that are here, because you already know what happens to those animals when they enter into that place. They become dead. And that's exactly what's going to happen to everyone in America that is not of the elect, that is not of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's chosen, Black, Hispanic, and Native American, or Israelite foreigner, right? Because you got the Israelite foreigners that may look like so-called white people, that may look like so-called Chinese, etc., but they're really Israelites. And some of them are going to wake up here in America in these last days and repent, and they're going to be saved. But everyone else, man, all these heathen nations and the wicked of our people, they about to be completely mowed down, destroyed. Because the scriptures even tell you how the Lord's style of judgment, like his methodology, whenever a society is given to wickedness, whenever he sees that a place is overrun with the breaking of his commandments, Allah promoting homosexuality, promoting the females over the males, or women over men, just to name a couple, the Most High then brings destruction. And like the book of Jeremiah says, I will appoint over them 4 kinds. What it said, the sword, famine, death, and the animals to tear, the dogs to tear. So we're seeing this play out. All what's needed in this society is a major disruption. And that's not to say, that's not anything far-fetched at this point, because I mean, just look what happened in 2020. How that whole engineered you know what came about in this country and completely ripped this place upside down in a matter of days, man. So now, a couple years removed from that, man, the scene looks even more grim. To be honest, the scene looks even more grim as far as what's going to happen in this society, because now there's talks all over the country, major news outlets talking about famines, food shortages, and just showing you that this thing is engineered. Because on the CNN news website, they had an article back in 2020 which said this so-called pandemic could bring a famine of biblical proportions. You know what I mean? So famine, in case you people don't understand, see, this is the thing about Americans. You will say certain words and the reality of these words doesn't hit because they never experienced that. They never experienced it. You know what I mean? So when it comes to famine, what that's going to look like is, for this reason or that, there's going to be no food in the grocery stores, man. It's going to be all bought out. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, because of some type of fake news story that comes out, this is going to cause panic buying and chaos at the store, which just in a matter of hours, everything is going to be swept out, and then they're going to have to revert to rationing, man. So when that happens, there's not going to be enough food to feed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So just on the onset of that, it only takes, man, It only takes about, what is it? About a month's time. That's 4 weeks to die of hunger. So what Esau's going to do is he's going to completely starve these people out in America. And showing you this is completely controlled, what shows you that is the fact of how there's no weather abnormalities happening in America. You know what I'm saying? What the government is doing is they're tactfully using certain methods to come against the food supply, like paying off farmers not to plant, right? Like controlling the interest rates and inflation in order to make it more expensive to buy food. See, and that's what's so crazy about it is there's going to be food as well, but then nobody's not going to be able to afford the food. So if you can't afford food, man, quickly that criminal mindset if you can't get food or afford it, that criminal mindset, hey, gets put in people's minds quickly, you know what I'm saying? And then people start robbing each other and killing each other. Because then the people that are getting robbed, they ain't gonna want to give up their goods. So, the robbers, they just gonna take those people out. They're gonna kill them. You know what I mean? So all this, what I'm speaking of, entails of America becoming a slaughterhouse. So dying of starvation from there being a lack of food at the supermarkets. The robberies and people stealing from one another and killing each other over the food is going to be one thing. And what that puts in the air as well is an air of lawlessness, man. To then, when people see, when certain individuals, like these predators out here, these people are off the hinges, when they see that chaos happening, that's when they're gonna just start killing people straight up. You're gonna have people killing each other accidentally, thinking that somebody's gonna run up on them, and then they just shoot and kill that person. That person is not even gonna be trying to attempt to do anything because of so much fear and anxiety. The people with the guns or whatever they have, they just gonna let loose. So it's gonna be the mindset bred in to people of distrust and kill and to kill. Hey, and if you think there's no food for human beings, how do you think that fares for the animals? So let's go back to the dogs, right? The animals, the dogs, the pit bulls, these larger breeds. When they haven't gotten a steady supply of food, they're going to break out of their owners' homes. A lot of these dogs are going to kill and eat their owners. A lot of the owners, by reason of them knowing that there's no food for the animals, they're just going to let their animals loose to the wild. You know what? These dogs are going to quickly become feral and mob the streets in packs of 10, 20. And whatever's living flesh in that time is going to get ate up. Whether it's a child or an adult man. Straight up killed, man. And that's what's going to happen here. See, people, they don't have their mindset for the harsh realities of what's going to befall this society, man. And it's a good thing, because this is the Lord's judgment. You got to think this is happening because of the pride of these damn Edomites, the rest of the nations, and the wicked of our people. They thought for so long that sin was good, that I don't get no repercussions for being a homosexual, for a black woman running off at the mouth, degrading and talking down on her male counterpart. we ain't even really, I mean, that's a kind of a misnomer because we ain't her counterparts. We are her superiors as being so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. You know what I'm saying? Our people think it's okay to rob and steal from one another, to sell drugs, and be proud about it. Put it in their rap lyrics. So wait, you think a slaughterhouse for animals was brutal? Well, the Most High got something for these people in the form of turning America to a slaughterhouse. So when there's famine, that's going to increase the sword among people and chaos. And then that big sword going to move in, which is Esau Edom with his military. You know what I'm saying? FEMA, the United States military, the Blue Hats, which is the, I believe these are called the EU peacekeepers, right? They come into societies and countries when they need to, quote unquote, restore order. Hey, but that order, they say it's going to be restored in the form of eliminating anyone who's disorderly. Yeah, oh, these black people, they're thugs. They got guns and weapons. We need to use extreme discretion when handling them. So they just going to put you to death, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the concentration camps are going to be open because people are going to be so scared they're going to go to the concentration camps in hopes of getting food, right? And some of them will be fed there, but it's going to be the lowest grade food. And in order to stay in the concentration camps and quote unquote be safe, they're going to have to take the you-know-what, that charagma, the MOTB, which is spoken of in Revelation 13 and 16, right? So all that is getting ready to be unleashed, and all it takes, see, as far as what's going on, I always like it compared to this. I use this metaphor that the scenario that's happening right now is the gunpowder being spread out, right? As far as the lack of food, the inflation of the dollar, the destructive mindsets that are being pushed on the media. That's the gunpowder. That's the gasoline being poured out, right? All it's gonna take is one spark, and it's gonna make this place ignite overnight, and America will never be the same. And it's gonna be full out judgment season. People getting their head cut off, women getting kidnapped, cannibalism. After a few weeks to a month without food, people gonna resort to eating each other, man. You're gonna have women and young children getting kidnapped for food and sex and just straight up put to death because that's a spirit, that's a demon the Lord put on people, when they lack food, because these people are carnal, man, and that's what they get. It's a shame unto them. So that slaughterhouse, man, boy, oh boy. An American population, this is the only country in which it has more guns than its citizens. So even that, these people, when the shit hits the fan and these people start slaying one another, man, it's gonna be all hell. You're gonna be walking through certain neighborhoods, a certain apartment complex with dudes with sniper rifles and AR-15s shooting, man, having shootouts from apartment to apartment, shooting whoever comes through their neighborhood, with neighborhoods being blockaded. You know what I'm saying? Water resources down, electricity out, right? Because think about this. Think about all the people that just rely on electricity just to live, right? People that are in hospices or hospitals that rely on medicine and going to the hospital just to live. When the electricity goes out, a week, two, those people going to die. A lot of people going to die just within a couple days when the electricity goes out. And they're already warning in the media, they're already warning of quote unquote rolling blackouts. So man, it's gonna get hectic, man. In America, like I said, the point is gonna become a slaughterhouse America's going to become a slaughterhouse, and blood and guts and death is going to be everywhere. You know what I mean? Because first of all, that's what the Heavenly Father wants, because of the sins of this society, for the oppression of his people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, first and foremost. But he's using the hand of the so-called white man, which is the devil of the earth, the elites, to promote this, right? So a lot of these things are engineered by them, because they, in their mind, want to be in a new world order. But all they're going to be able to accomplish is a lot of people dying, because, you know, that's part of their plan, but that's also part of Yahweh Shem Shai's plan. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm sure there's other aspects as far as to how people are going to be dying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, also think about the pestilences. They're talking about this so-called monkeypox. All of a sudden, they were talking about it, you know, appearing in Africa rapidly, so-called. Now, all of a sudden, it appeared in the United States. Go figure, right? Those pestilences are going to be killing people by the thousands. You know what I'm saying? Because when there's a lack of clean water and certain resources like medicines, right, you ain't going to be able to go to the herbal store and so forth to you know, heal yourself. So small ailments that would otherwise be able to be dealt with pretty easily, that's gonna kill people, man. So, man, come on, man. You know, hopefully the point is made, because the whole point about doing these videos like this is to shock and wake up you Israelites out there to the reality of what's about to happen, man. America, again, I can't say this enough, is going to become a slaughterhouse. And for you proud ass women, man, our women, the black, Hispanic, and Native American women that are being out there being rebellious. Oh, I don't need a nigga. You into that, you know, DIKE lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get jacked up. You're going to see a lot of women going to see their so-called best friends get put to death. And then that's going to cause them to humble themselves. But, hey, that's what's going to go down. A lot of you thug niggas that love to run the streets, that trust in this society, man, your dreams and hopes going to be shattered, man. Because it's going to be, it's hard to be a thug. It's hard to be a gangster when you starving. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be the top G when you ain't got no food in your stomach, when you ain't ate in 2 weeks. Let's see you try to lift up that lifting up a damn a 10-pound gun is gonna feel like you lifting up 100 pounds because you ain't eating in X amount of days, man. So that's gonna remove all this pride people got, because all these people, the whole entire life, it doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, all the goodness you've gotten in your life was thanks to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He gave rain so that you can go to the store and eat. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that, you know, has put gasoline in the earth so you can fill up your gas tanks. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that put the spirit in certain animals so you can eat them, man. So they can reproduce and you can eat them. But, you know, all these people, they give no credit, no reverence, no veneration to the Lord. So that's why the Lord's going to pull the plug. He's going to turn America into a slaughterhouse once again. So all praises goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Shalom.